At the time of recording this video, we are just under 2 weeks away from the kickoff of the 2023 XFL season. So let's take a look at the threads these teams are going to be rocking this year and rank them from worst to best. Now, I will acknowledge it is not easy coming up with a brand new football brand. These teams have to walk a very fine line of being innovative and creative and just being cheesy or cheap. On top of that, they're already fighting an uphill battle being sponsored by Under Armour for the league. But this is not unexpected given the fact that The Rock and his ex-wife own the league. From what I've seen online, there has been a lot of longing for the logos and uniforms from the 2020 season, which I do agree with to a certain extent, but the more I see these jerseys posted online, the more they're growing on me. So without further ado, let's get right into the rankings. So unfortunately, there does have to be a team that comes in last, and for me, it's the Orlando Guardians. I think the main issue I have is just the lime green on the forest green. I'm not a really big fan of it. It does remind me of University of Southern Florida, and I don't think they're bad. It's just not my favorite. I do like the away whites better than the home jerseys, which is kind of a running theme as you'll see later in the rankings. The logo, however, I think is very clean. I think it's one of the best of the group. I do actually like the stripe going up the helmet. And aside from the color scheme, my main problem with the Guardians is just, what is a Guardian? It appears that the logo is some kind of panther or some kind of feline, and I'm just not sure what that means. The logo is similar to last year's New York Guardians, which I guess were some kind of gargoyles which protected or guarded, but I'm not sure how that connects here. And I'm just confused why they didn't just start fresh with something new. Coming in next on the list, I have the San Antonio Brahmas. And I actually really like this uniform. I think my favorite part is the textured horns jutting out the back of the helmet. It almost looks like a lightning bolt coming out from the back, and I think it looks really cool. I also really like the black bee that they put on the back of the helmet. I think that is a really nice touch. And overall, just a solid debut for San Antonio. Next on the list, we have the Vegas Vipers. Honestly, this is not as bad as I was thinking when I first saw this logo. I do still think that main logo is lacking in some way, but the jerseys I think came out really nice. It looks like in these pictures, they got snakeskin piping going up the legs and maybe into the shoulder pads, and then you do see that snakeskin texture in the numbers. Here they have some pictures posted on Twitter which look really clean. I think the white jerseys are my favorite look for them, and I don't even think these pictures do them full justice. I think these are going to look even better in person. These could jump up my list the more I see them this year. Next on the list might be a bit controversial, but I have the St. Louis Battlehawks, and these are my favorite uniforms from 2020. I thought everything about them were awesome, and I'm still not fully sure how to rank these because I have seen conflicting pictures online. Like on this website, for example, it has the wings kind of just poking out the top of the helmet, but they just posted a picture, this picture right here on Twitter, and I like this logo a lot more. It's bigger, going all the way down the face mask. I think it's a great touch, and I still do like the cartoony kind of feathers that they had from the 2020 season. This helmet is right up there with the best of them this year. The only thing I don't like is going with gray as a main color. I really don't like the gray on gray away jerseys. I think they should have stuck with the blue and white colorway. I'm just not a big fan. That's my personal opinion. I think they would have looked better blue and white with some gray touches, but they still have the best logo in the game with that sword with the wings around it. They hit that one out of the park in 2020, and I'm glad they stuck with it. And coming in next, this was close, but I do have the Houston Roughnecks. I think this is a very clean jersey. They're leaning hard into the Texas theme with the red, white, and blue, and very Houston Texans-ish, which isn't a bad thing. Obviously, it's a very nice look, and I am rewarding the creativity of the helmet with blue on one side and then the split down the middle of white and red for the Texas flag. I think that's very creative, and I think they pulled it off really nicely. Like the gradient numbers, and really you can't go wrong with navy blue and white. It's just a good look, so good job, Houston. Now, rounding out the top three, we have the Arlington Renegades, and I think they do a really good job with their jerseys at offering something fresh without being too cheesy. And this is another one of those cases where I do think their old logo was better. I like this one, but I want them to bring back their logo from 2020 as maybe a secondary logo. And people may not agree with me, but I actually really like their new R logo. I think it's a really good look without it being too simplistic. And the home jerseys are nice for them. I think where they really shine is those aways. It's reminding me very much of the Houston Oilers in the best way possible. I think the away white jerseys with the light blue and the pops of red come together so good. It's one of my favorite jerseys of all the teams. The helmet is nice, but really those away jerseys are what blew me away. And coming in at number 2 overall, we have the Seattle Sea Dragons. I think this is kind of a polarizing uniform. You're either gonna love it or you're gonna hate it, and I personally love it. I've seen a lot of people comparing the look to the Broncos, which isn't bad. I think the Broncos have a great jersey. I don't mind the orange. I've seen a lot of complaints about the orange. I do like the white jersey better. And I think the logo is an awesome redesign. I love the S. I've seen a lot of people comparing it to
smoke or fire, or maybe some wings, you know, wiggling dragon. Let's put one of those beefy arms back on to good measure. They look really good.
But what really blew me away was when they posted this picture on Twitter. They have that bold green scaly stripe going up the middle of the helmet with the logo on the side, the green face mask to contrast the orange. I think it looks really nice with the white uniform. This is one of my favorite looks of all of them. And they got the nice scale piping coming up the pants, the numbers. Overall, I really don't have too many complaints about this jersey. We'll see how the orange looks on the field, if it's a little bit too much or not. Overall, this is one of my favorites. And coming in at number 1 on the list, we have the DC Defenders. I think these guys really hit it out of the park with this whole uniform. I'm actually a really big fan of their new logo that they came up with. I like the old one, and it's another one of those situations where I want them to keep it around as kind of a secondary logo, but I really like what they did with this one. It looks great on the helmet, the white with the slight camo, and then I love a white face mask. The white on white looks really nice. The red homes, the white away jerseys, both come together so clean. There's just really not much to say that's bad about these jerseys. I like the numbers, how they kind of have the two-tone lettering. I think they throw just enough spice in there without it being too loud. I really don't have anything bad to say about these guys. I think they did a great job. And as a whole, I think the jerseys came out really nice for all the teams. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Rank them down below. Let me know who's your favorite. And check out these videos if you guys want to see more content. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.